In this video, I'll show you how to actually approach a girl in real life. We've all seen the TikToks, the Instagram reels, where a guy goes up to a girl, says some funny line, the girl laughs, they interact, and the guy gets the phone number. And it looks great in a video, it's getting a lot of views, millions of views, but then you're wondering, does it actually work in real life? Can it work for me? Maybe that guy is good looking, he has a nice camera, he's very talkative, but can it actually work for a normal guy like me? Or maybe you're even wondering, okay, that looks cool for the video, but can I actually meet my wife or my girlfriend doing these things? And the answer to those questions is yes, but you have to do it the right way. And the right way is actually not what you see on these Instagram, TikTok videos. That's a terrible way, and that's not going to work. It only works for the camera. So in this video, I'll actually show you how to approach a girl correctly, and I'll give you 4 specific steps that you should follow if you want to do this the right way. So let's start with number 1. Number 1 is don't leave it to chance. The problem with most guys is that they think that they can meet women just going about their day. So they might think that it will just happen. So they'll just go to the gym, they'll just go to the work, and they have the intention to approach women, but of course it never happens. There are 2 problems and 2 reasons why you cannot go about it just naturally. Number 1 is that you probably have too much approach anxiety. And if you have too much approach anxiety, once you see that beautiful girl going outside of your gym or in that grocery store, you're probably not going to approach because you're going to be very nervous. And second is that the volume doesn't match the skill that you have. So most of you guys watching and most guys in general, they don't have good enough of a skills to really pull this off consistently. And if you only do 1 to 2 approaches per week with low volume and low skill, the results are not going to be great. So you, my friend, you actually need to do a lot more volume, and just going about your day, you're not going to get that volume. So you gotta plan it. But here is where a lot of guys become worried because they think that it's weird to plan it. Well, I'm just supposed to go out and talk to women. Yes, guys, it's not weird to plan it. It's not weird to plan it. Think about it. If you download Tinder or Bumble, are you planning to download Tinder and Bumble and swiping? Yes. Is it weird to plan it doing it online? Well, if it's not weird doing it online, it's definitely not weird to do it in real life. What about when you go to a nightclub? You might say that you're going to a nightclub to party or to have fun, but in reality, no guy goes to a nightclub to just have a nice time. They are going to meet women. So admit it. It's not weird. It's not weird if you just go outside with the main intention to go and meet women. Stop hiding your intentions. So you have to plan it. That's the biggest thing. Now let's actually talk about how much you should do it. So minimum thing that I recommend after coaching, many guys do this, is you should go out minimum 3 times a week and you should spend 1 hour each going outside and attempting to go talk to women. Why 3 times a week? Well, it just gives you a good habit that you can consistently go out and practice getting over your approach anxiety, practice approaching, practice getting into these conversations, and 1 hour each, because a lot of you guys, you approach 3 girls a week, it's not going to be enough. You have way too much approach anxiety, you don't have enough skill, and things will not work. And even though it might seem that girls would look down upon you when doing this, if you meet your girlfriend like this, which you actually can, you can meet your girlfriend like this. If you tell her that you went through all of this process to meet her, she will be very happy because she'll be like, okay, this guy actually put a lot of effort to meet me. So don't be embarrassed about it. Now let's talk about the step 2. Pick a good spot. A language class is not a good spot. A yoga class is not a good spot. Talking to your waitress and trying to hit on your waitress is not a good spot and place to do it. Unfortunately, these are the most common places that guys try to talk to women in real life. A lot of guys, they do this because they believe this myth that it gives them the context. All the guys are looking for a context to talk to women, but that's actually a myth. And let me explain to you why these are not good places to go and talk to women. Number one, there's not that many women to talk to. In your language class, there might be one attractive girl for you to talk to. That's one girl. The chances of you going out with her are not high because it's just one girl. Also, it's not a repeatable process. So you cannot just go one language class to another language class. It's not repeatable. It's very inefficient to actually meet women if your goal is to meet women, right? If your goal is to learn a language or to do yoga, okay, fine. But don't make that rationalization that, oh, well, I will do yoga and I will try to meet women. And this is the thing, like a lot of guys, their main goal is to actually meet women, but they hide it. So they say things like, oh, well, I'm just going to go learn some languages or I'm just going to go try some yoga. It's inefficient if your goal is to meet women. So be honest, do you really want to learn that language? Do you really want to learn French? If your goal is to meet women, don't go to the class. And also women, if they're going to a yoga class, last thing they want is some guy creeping up on them when they're in their downward facing dog and you trying to get in there and be like, hey miss, like that's a really good form. Can I get your number? No, don't do it. And this brings me to my last point why it's not a good thing to do. A lot of guys simply don't have good enough of a calibration to really be smooth about it because, again, they're going to a yoga class, they're going to a language class. So you can't just be super direct with them. You gotta take things a lot slower. And since guys have very, very big trouble showing intent, it's not going to work. And they're gonna be either too little or too much. So, that out of the way, let's actually talk about good places to meet women and what would be a good spot. And there's really two things that you need from a good spot to meeting women in real life. Number one is you need volume, high volume, because then again, you have a lot of women to talk to. And second thing is you need high anonymity. Why do you want high anonymity? Well, for you, my friend, when you have a lot of fear, that helps you to be much more direct and show intent to the girl, which is going to be one of the steps actually, because most guys unfortunately hide their intent. They're too afraid. So when you are anonymous, that will help you be more relaxed and you can be much more clear about it. You can be much more upfront about it with a girl. And it's actually a much more natural and nice conversation. So if you have these two things, volume and high anonymity, these things would be really the biggest areas in your city, right? Like the biggest shopping streets, malls, beaches. So these are the best places to go and meet women. So that's number two. Number three is you got to approach correctly. So there are three scenarios how you might encounter women when they are out and about in these spots. So they might be standing, they might be walking slowly, or they might be walking with the pace. Now, what is interesting is that 50 to 60% of women are going to be walking with pace. So they're going to be walking relatively fast. And this number can be higher if you live in big metropolitan cities where women are walking very fast. And the biggest mistake the guys make when they try to approach women is they try to approach them directly from the front, so women coming towards them, and they jump in front of them, and it's kind of like a head-on-head collision, and it's very uncomfortable for the girl. They usually just are very surprised and pissed off, and they just walk around you, and it's not a good way. What you want to do instead is when they're walking towards you, you want to let them pass, and then run around and catch upon to them, and that catches their attention. And that's the whole point of the initial approach. I did a really specific approaching video on this, so you can find it, link in the description. It shows you how you can approach a girl in each of these scenarios, and I demonstrate how to do this correctly. You can check out the video in the description. And once you have these three things, number four, and finally, the thing that most guys don't have is you gotta show intent. Most guys are way too timid. They're either way too timid and they're just hide the reason why they're there, or they show it but they're so embarrassed about it. For a lot of guys, they have a lot of shame, a lot of sexual shame that they find women attractive in showing this. But you gotta show intent, right? She should have no doubt why you're there. No doubt. Like when you talk to a girl, you approach her, she should immediately know why you're there. And if you get things like you talk to them and then they say, okay, but what did you actually want? Like, did you need directions? That means you failed. If she's confused why you're there, it's dead. Like, you've failed. She should have no doubt that you're trying to meet her in a man-to-woman way, and you're trying to flirt with her, not asking for directions, not trying to get her opinion on the outfit. It's good for the warm-ups, but for actual flirting, that's terrible. So she should have no doubt. And if you're wondering how to do this, then after my approaching video, you can look at my conversations one-on-one video where I show how to correctly show intent and how to start the interaction in a flirty way. And that's also going to be in the description, where you also demonstrate with different live examples on how to do this. So as the next step, go check out those 2 videos below.